Hi there guys and girls, it's been a while, I haven't done a video other than the Luke Nukem one, which was a bit of fun. I thought I'd do a video about Mortal Kombat Legacy episodes 1 to 5. So we're at the halfway mark in the series. According to what they said they were going to do, they said they were going to do 10 episodes. So I thought I'd talk about Legacy. I know a lot of you are waiting for my Mortal Kombat 9 review. Have I got the game? Blah, blah, blah. I don't have the game. I'm not going to say this again. I do not have the game. I've imported the game, but I've had a lot of problems getting the game. So I know other people have the game in Australia. It's nothing to do with that, you know. So I'm waiting for the fucking thing. Anyway, forget that for now. Let's talk about Legacy. Now, Legacy, where do I start with Legacy? Okay, I'm going to start from the start. When they showed us Mortal Kombat Rebirth, we were showed something that was extremely structured. It was only about 10 minutes long. The whole thing was so well glued together, you know. It's like, here's this guy, he's going to be in the tournament. Here's this guy, he's going to be at the tournament. You know, you want this guy, you want to get him, he'll be at the tournament, you enter the tournament. You know, Shang Tsung, we want to take this guy down, we want to get rid of this guy. It all made a lot of sense. Now, I know there's some people out there that did not like what they saw in the Rebirth trailer. But personally, I liked what I saw in the Rebirth trailer. And everyone I bump into loved what they saw in the Rebirth trailer. But it feels like we were sold on that idea, and then when Legacy came out, we were sold something else. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you go into the supermarket and you say, "I want to buy Mortal Kombat because you know it's a great game and blah blah blah." Oh yeah, we got that, you know, and then they give you Street Fighter. You know, it's like it might not be dramatically that different, but it feels like we were gonna be sold. You know, we're going to be shown stuff from Rebirth, and we've been shown something else. I don't know if you can hear this, I'm just going to say this. The neighbours are playing something next door. I have no idea what the hell it is. But if you can hear this, boom, 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 it's the neighbours. I don't know what they're doing. Okay? Yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So Legacy's not bad. It's not bad, I'll say that right now. The acting, the cinematography, the sound, the music, the fighting, the direction, it's so well done, it's so clean. Kevin Tacharowan is doing such a great job with the show. But me and a lot of people I talk to, casual MK fans, feel we were going to be shown what we saw in Rebirth, and we're being shown this now. And the way Rebirth worked was, like I said, they were going to have this tournament, and it was so well glued together, the story like that. And what Legacy is either character history or it's just about the character, either be it in the present or the past. It's giving you the history of the character, and it looks like it's building up to something. To me, what it looks like they're doing is they're obviously building up to the film. Do you know what I mean? So, the first 2 episodes of MK Legacy are all about Sonya, Jax, and Kano, and Stryker. Do you know what I mean? The way it works is, you know, Sonya's gone in after Kano into his hideout. Kano's in there, some cybernetics facility, you know, which will come into play later. And Jax is like, oh, Sonya's gone in, we've got to back her up. And Stryker's like his commanding officer. He's like, oh, you can't go in. And he's like, well, fuck it, I'm going in, you know. And he's like, all right, let's go in, you know. And then they go in, they have a big firefight, you know. And turns out Jax beats the fuck out of Kano, knocks his eye out. And then he saves Sonya from this grenade that goes off, and she's in the hospital. You don't see him, but you hear his arms are bad, so you know he's going to get the metal arms, right? And then someone takes Kano away before they can take him, and then you see Kano getting operated on and getting the eye put in, so you know he becomes, you know, Kano with the red eye and that. And yeah, and that's like the first 2 episodes, and so it just explains the characters. But For me, I know that shit already. Like, it's great seeing it. Like, it's so well done. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's awesome. But I wanted to see the tournament, man. In Rebirth, Jax didn't even fight. He just said, Jax and Sonya didn't fight. They were like, okay, there's this tournament, and Hanzo Hasashi, you're the best killer in the world. We want you to go in and kill everyone. That is such a cool plot device. And while I haven't seen any Scorpion Sub-Zero action yet, like, it just feels this is so disconnected and all over the joint. So, because the first 2 episodes, like I said, are all Jax, Sonya, Kano, Striker. And then we get to episode 3, which has been my favourite so far, which is all about Johnny Cage. And at the end, we get to see Shang Tsung. And then episode 4 and episode 5 are all about Katana, Melina, and Shao Kahn, Sindel, and King Jared. So it's like, it's just all over the joint. I want to talk about episode 3 first, before I get to 4 and 5, because episode 3 for me was my favourite, but something about it really pissed me off. When they aired it, they censored the fuck out of it. That means every single F-bomb, it was like, you couldn't fucking hear what was going on at all in the episode. And while they eventually put it up like a week later or a few days later or something, oh, what was the point of that shit? Really? It comes up TV, MA, anyway, when you play the episode, and they censored this. It was a dick move. I'm going to say that right now. It was a fucking dick move. It pissed me off. To quote one of the guys in the show, I was literally getting more and more pissed as it went on. Because I couldn't hear what the fuck was being said after someone said fuck. Because the sound was still dipping back up. And why even do that? You got all this violence. You got Kano getting operated on. But I don't know what it is with America and swearing. Like, you always laugh at us because we get censored or we get Mortal Kombat banned or we get this and that game banned. But you guys are fucked with your language. You censored the Mortal Kombat movie because Sonya said bullshit. They took that out. You can't even say bullshit on TV in America. In Australia, you can say bullshit, fuck. You can even say cunt on TV. And I know you guys have a go at us for our censorship, but what about yours? You know, and it made no sense because in the first episode, Stryker says, fuck it. And that's not censored. And then the Johnny Cage one, it was obviously a lot more swearing, but it was just stupid to censor it. I hope they never do it again to any of the other episodes because, like I said, I'll fucking stop watching. If they do that again, I'm just going to stop watching it until it comes out on DVD or something. Because, you know, I couldn't hear what was being said. You know, I'll give you an example. In the 3rd episode, there's a part where one of the movie guys says, oh, come on, I'll walk you out, Johnny. And he says, fuck you. And so you censor that, right? This is what you get. Come on, I'll walk you out, Johnny. You. That makes no sense. You. What? You know, it's just fucking stupid. Apart from the censorship, now that I got that rant out of the way, the 3rd episode was fucking awesome. It talked all about Johnny Cage, and I'm not just saying this because the MK team made cameos either. The MK team cameos were fun, but they didn't need to be in there, but they were fun, I'll say that. They were quick, and they weren't intrusive on the show. That was good, you know. But I just love the way it talked about Johnny Cage. They even said his name was John Carlton, which they hardly ever say. They say it in the Mortal Kombat CD, and they say it in the Mortal Kombat manual, if you've ever read it, but he's always, you know, Johnny Cage. They say his real name, and they address so many of Johnny Cage's storyline things, like the you know, the Hollywood assholes say, oh, your fighting's fake, everyone knows it, blah blah blah, sort of thing, you know. And they address the fact that he thinks, you know, he's so good, I'm so good, and everything, you know. And it was just really well put together because they showed his show, you know, how he was all cocky and like, I'm Johnny Cage and all that, you know. And then they showed the Hollywood assholes being assholes and saying, you know, no one likes you anymore, pretty much. And then, you know, they said your fighting's fake. And then they showed it again. Johnny Cage made a new thing, and, you know, they had the whole viewer discretion is advised. This is real violence and everything, you know, which was cool. And then they still said, you know, we're not interested. You know, you're a wash-up, pretty much. And the best part about it was the last minute or two of that episode, because when he hears them stealing his idea, for You Got Caged, and he just gets that Hollywood guy and starts beating the fuck out of him. That was awesome. He even says it. Does that fighting look fucking fake to you? So it really shows that he can fight. He really can fight. So this episode was glued extremely well together. And then it finished perfectly. Time stopped, which was something we've never seen Shang Tsung do, but it was still a really cool effect. And Shang Tsung comes up and says, Johnny Cage, or Mr. Cage, or I can help you out with everything, And we all know about Shang Tsung, and that was good, because we didn't need to be explained. There didn't need to be an episode about Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung was a sorcerer, blah, 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 blah. Like these other episodes, they're just explaining. Don't explain it to me, I know. If I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, it's a bonus. It's like Legacy was made for people who aren't Mortal Kombat fans. But the way the Johnny Cage episode worked, it was perfect. It's like, I'm, Mr. Cage, who are you, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't even say who he is, and he just comes up and the episode ends. And I thought, yes. And I thought, yes, from then on, Legacy's going to be really good. And I thought episode 4 was going to be more info about Shang Tsung or the tournament, or Shang Tsung approaching other people to enter the tournament. No. Now, before I talk about episode 4, I will say one thing. I've actually interviewed the guy who played Johnny Cage in the 3rd episode, Matt Mullins, and he is such a nice guy. I only interviewed him by email, I haven't met him, but I interviewed him about his performance on Rebirth. So if you guys want to check that out, you can jump on Total Mortal Kombat in the news section and check that out. Right. I will say, I'll say that at the end. I'll talk more about Matt Mullins and Richard Dorton at the end. But we got episode 4. Then was all about Katana Molina, and it was all again backstory, and it was done so well. Don't get me wrong, it was done so well. This is why it's such a confusing thing to talk about this show. Like, I love it, but when I'm watching it, and apart from episode 3, I really haven't been enjoying it that much. Like, it looks so good, and I'm like taking it in, and I know everything, and even that line that Kano says in the first episode, right on time. I knew straight away that was a nod to the first movie. That was perfect. That was good, But why? Why are these things happening? Where's the tournament? We have to have the tournament. The tournament is the glue that holds all these stories together. And without it, it feels like everything's just falling apart. So, we were shown Shah Khan and Katana Molina and everything, and, they're all really fantastic actors, but I don't think some people look the part. I'll be honest, I'm thinking mostly about Shah Khan. He's such a good actor, there's nothing wrong, and I will say this about Kano too. Kano is a good actor and everything, but he needed the beard. He really needed a beard. I'll say that straight out. Trevor Goddard had a beard, and in the games he has a beard. Now Kano, he looks wild. This looks wild. It makes the character more unpredictable, and when they're more crazy, it's just more. They're more scary, and when they got like the perfect leather jacket and it's like the perfect face, I'm just like, fuck it. I want to see him look crazy, scary. Some people see me on the street, they think, stay away from him, he looks crazy. When they don't hear me talk, if people hear me talk, I've got like a friendly sounding voice, I don't know, like a really deep, scary voice or anything, And the thing with Shah Khan was the same. He was acting so well and everything, but he just doesn't look Shah Khan, I'm sorry. And I've said this a million times. I really thought Brian Thompson looked like Shah Khan. And I even spoke to another guy the other day. He agreed with me. Like, he even said, I'll be honest, he liked the second movie though. Whilst me, I still like parts of the second Mortal Kombat movie, but I really think that Brian Thompson is Shah Khan. I'll say that right now. He is Shah Khan to me. If you think about the games, Shah Khan's an ugly fuck. He's an ugly fuck. He talks scary, he looks like, he's not supposed to look pretty. He's a warlord. He is a warlord. All he does is invade realms and, he fights, and he's a scary dude. He does not look normal. And I'm not saying Brian Thompson does not look normal. I'm just saying he has such a tough face. Do you know what I mean? Some people have a tough-looking face, some people don't. I don't have a tough-looking face. Brian Thompson has a tough-looking face. I've seen him in real life, not in makeup, and he has a tough-looking face. And he has big arms. He's not scary, but he's a tough-looking guy. He's a tough guy. He is a tough guy. You know. When I met him, I even got him to put me in the chokehold, like Johnny Cage from the second movie, while my friend took a photo. And I could feel the strength in his arms. He is a strong guy, you know. And I really think they needed to pick someone like that for this series. And yeah, it's nothing against the guy that plays Shao Kahn. Like I said, he's doing a great job. And I haven't seen him in armor or anything like that. I know, but yeah, this is where I'm at with the legacy, you know. And I mean, there's not much more I can really say. It's just that Episode 1 and Episode 2 introduce those characters, and then Episode 3 introduces other character in the present time, and Episode 4 and 5 was like a history episode, and then Episode 5 was like them in the current time. But he said they were Adenia is under threat. He never even mentioned Outworld. I don't know why, you know. And then he said, let's talk about invading Earthrealm, but it's Outworld to Earthrealm. It was Adenia to Outworld, Outworld to Earthrealm. That was how the invasion went, so I'm not sure what was going on with that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've got to say about Legacy. The first 5 episodes, anyway. Yeah, I'll talk a bit about those cameos. They were fun. What was it? Ed Goodman was obviously Ed Boon, which was... and then it was Brian... Was it Brian Lowe? Which was... Sean Lowe, which was Sean Hemerick, and then Brian Boom, something, I don't know. They muddled up all the names, is the point I'm saying anyway. If you look in the credits, you get the real names. Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, so I think Ed Boon had the best line though. He's still just that ass-kicking teen heartthrob from Power Rangers. Now, what I want to talk about Rebirth is one thing. When we saw Rebirth, everyone was excited. 99.9% of people. Some people weren't. Some people didn't like Rebirth. Fair enough. For me, one of the things about Rebirth was it was so fierce. And when I say fierce, I mean like think about that fight with Johnny Cage and Baraka when they're fighting in the apartment. It was so brutal. It was relentless. Things being smashed. It was so... And it's not like Legacy isn't like that. It's like they're fighting but they're not. Like the stakes just don't feel real. And Johnny Cage got killed in Rebirth, obviously, so they had to change. I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is Baraka looks so awesome, and I haven't seen Baraka. Oh, wait, I have seen Baraka. He looked a bit different. And a lot of people were annoyed that he was like a doctor and that. You know, I actually like that. See, me, as long as the characters resemble the characters and have the story, I don't mind. And although the story was slightly changed in his case, where it was like a doctor going crazy and they put the blades on, I still thought it was a cool way to get him to end up like Baraka. It was a cool way to explain it. Yeah, and one thing Legacy doesn't have confirmed at all. No reptile. I mean, the fuck. Now, I'm actually lucky. I had the pleasure, like Chris, of meeting Richard Dorton at E3. And, no, excuse me, got a bit of phlegm. I didn't even know Richard Dorton was going to be at E3. Me and Chris were in the Warner Brothers booth, and we were talking to Steve Baran at the time. And Steve Baran said, the guy that plays Reptile's out the front. That's what I heard. That's all I heard. And I'm like, oh. And I thought he was talking about... Excuse me. Oh, okay. I just had a Scarlet Coke before. I thought he was talking about the guy who played Reptile like in their motion capture studio. I didn't even know he was talking about Legacy. And that's why if you guys go back and watch my interview with Richard Dorton, link, you will see where I get to the part where I'm like, I'm here with Richard Dorton who plays Reptile in, and I pause because I'm thinking, do I say Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat 9 or or, have I got the right thing here? And I'm not sure. At that point, I am not sure. Do you know what I mean? And then he said, rebirth. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a sick interview. And the reason is, for me, the thing that stood out the most in Mortal Kombat Rebirth was Reptile. I just remember they opened the file and they start talking about him. This guy's dirty, and I'm like, what the fuck, and like they talk about this disease, which is like real, by the way, and yeah, and then you see him and he's got that off walk and he walks past this dead guy and just picks up his head, and just opens the fridge, just throws it in there, takes out another head, puts it on the table. The head's like in a bag, like reaching in, like pulling out all this shit, and he's like that, and you see his like disgusting teeth, and then they're like, code name Reptile. I was like, I watched that, I was like, oh man, that was awesome. That was badass, I even showed my dad that, and just watching him squirm and freak out was just awesome, and he's not in this. Why isn't Richard Dorton in this? He did such a good job driving that Rebirth machine to the 4 million views. And I think it's really unfair that he's not in this. And while I might be a bit biased because I met the guy, and I can tell you he's extremely nice, it's nothing to do with that. I'm just thinking, before I met him, I'm thinking about like the first few times I watched Rebirth. And for me, he was a powerhouse. It was a powerhouse of visual character representation of what Reptile could be. And then we saw the Johnny Cage thing and the Baraka thing. We had this brutal fight, and that's why Rebirth was so good. And everything was so well done. And the legacy thing, like I've said, it's all over the joint. I'm having trouble, grasping onto it. Because one week it's like there's going to be a tournament, and then this next week it's like Katana and Melina and Sindel, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I know this already. So we're at the halfway zone. I do not hate Legacy, but like I said, it's for me it just feels pointless at the moment because it just feels like they're building up to the movie. That's just exactly what it feels like. I just feel like there's no point for me to watch this thing other than be entertained for a few minutes. Why am I watching it? I watch them every. You know what? I can say it. Every Mortal Kombat media has had a tournament. The first movie had the tournament. Even the second movie had the tournament. The fate of the universe will be decided as it should be in Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Conquest, the first episode, tournament. Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, they talk about how he won the tournament. Mortal Kombat Rebirth, they talk about the tournament. It's like there's going to be the tournament. You think that's what we're going to be shown? But no. We said there will be again, we're just told there will be a tournament. How many times are you going to tell me there will be a tournament? Show me the tournament. That's I guess that's what I'm annoyed about, was they mentioned in Rebirth there'll be a tournament, and I thought the next thing would be the tournament. I guess that's the thing that's annoying me, was they said there'll be a tournament, and now they've said there'll be a tournament again, and I have to wait for this movie to see the tournament. It's like, that's what's annoying me. The other thing, not having Richard Dorn in it, I think sucks. Reptile's a really cool character. They changed some things, some basic things. Shang Tsung was different. Some people have said, a lot of people said they don't like the Shang Tsung guy. I think the Shang Tsung guy's alright. I think he's got a good face. He looks sort of deceiving. Because Shang Tsung's just, he'll tell you what you want to hear and then, stab you in the back, So I think this guy actually looks okay, I was cool seeing him in the suit, he comes up like Johnny Cage, How the fuck did you just do that? So I'm actually looking forward to seeing the tournament. So I think Mortal Kombat Legacy at the moment does not make a lot of sense. But I think if there's going to be a movie, you know, that's going to follow this show, it's then going to make more sense. Because, those characters, okay. But at the moment it's like, here's these characters, you know. Mortal Kombat Legacy should have came out after the movie, if that's what they're going to do. It just feels like this is where they're going with this, so... That's it. That's what I've got to say about Legacy, episodes 1 to 5. It'll be interesting to see how we go with episodes 6 to 10. You know, I can just see it, though. I'm telling you now, I can see it. Episode 10 is going to end with, see Mortal Kombat in cinemas. You know, I just know it. I can feel it. So thanks for watching my opinion on MK Legacy, guys, and I'll see you guys for the next review soon.